I'm just going to start off with my eyebrows. Of course, I'll list all the products down below since I won't be able to talk about them and do my makeup at the same time. But I've literally like had a crazy start of the year, and it's almost at a 6-month mark. So I feel like me coming and talking about some experiences I've been through and life lessons I've had thus far in this video will help somebody out, of course, in the future. But yeah, like, this year has been very, very, very challenging, especially after last year. Like, last year was just like such a good year for me. So it's just very like different having like a total like 360. But I've overcome all my obstacles. I feel like my obstacles. With that being said, I just feel like people don't understand like the power you have and the power you have over your life. And a lot of people would call that creating the success you want, creating the life you want. But it's also, it first starts with, of course, your mindset. Like, if you are in a negative mindset all the time and you hate your job and you're in a bad relationship you need to get out of, you have toxic people in your relationship, like relations you have with toxic people, that's a start. I mean, you have to start reevaluating your life, which is what I've had to do over the last, I would say, 2 years. Like, I've like lost a lot of friends. I've got out of relationships, gotten new ones, built new relationships. I mean, it's really just like you taking control over the things that you have control over. Everybody that comes in your life is, I believe, is a season. Not everybody's meant to stay, Sometimes you meet, for instance, you have a best friend for like 8 years, I believe people do go separate ways, or people outgrow each other, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. To me, it's way more dangerous holding on to somebody that you clearly know is not good for you. And I mean, I've really had to learn that. I've lost a lot of friends that I never thought in a million years I would lose, or relationships, like past boyfriends. I never thought that like I would ever be able to see a day without. It's so crazy. But with that being said, this is where I'm going to get into like a lot of positive, like me having to like drop all the negativity that I was just having in my life at the time has made me really gain some really great, like great people. I met some really, I have great relationships. I feel like I can focus more on being a great friend, a great sister, a great daughter, a great girlfriend to the people that like clearly deserve it. Like, not everyone deserves your greatness. I feel like there was times where I was just putting way too much work into people that would never in a million years do that for me, and I've always had that problem. So when I took a step back from that, that's when I started, being able to focus on the things that really do matter and the people that really have shown me that they deserve every bit of me. So that was like literally like a big step I had to take, because now when I say on Snapchat or when I talk to people in person, they ask me who, oh, we're going out tonight, like who you want to bring, or like I've literally had to like minimize my life to who I spend my time around and who I give my time to. So it comes off as like, oh, like shit, I don't have friends and stuff, but I really like thought I do. I have good friends, and that's where I chose that. It's not like I didn't choose that. I chose that for myself. So I feel like I'm gonna be like rambling a lot in this video, just because I wrote down topics I wanted to talk about, but it's way harder like just to talk about them and like do your makeup at the same time. I have like a billion and one things going through my head right now. But so yeah, back to toxic relationships and friends. I'm gonna spray my face with Badecsu. I've already mentioned before. Whoa, that like so got in my mouth. And I've been mixing my foundations. I like, actually I'm gonna use the Drop Control foundation today by NYX. So bomb, and I'm just not gonna talk about it because I plan on doing a video on my drugstore foundation choices. So expect a video like that to come. But toxic relationships really have made me realize that those are things that you just gotta let go, or you gotta keep them in a category that you wanna, that they need to be in. Like, I've realized everybody's not your friend. Everybody is not good for you, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, you outgrow people. You learn. You are always going to be changing because life changes and people change and all, like literally all of that stuff. Like, so when I took a evaluation of my life, I realized that I'm changing. Even though the people around me may not be changing, I am. So therefore, what do we really have in common anymore? Like, to where we can just be like hang out all the time, like, or the things that we used to do don't interest me anymore. And that literally was my life last year. Around this time, I was doing a lot of traveling. And yeah, literally everything changed. I moved downtown, so I was just open for like just exploring and expanding, and I felt like the people I had around me weren't. So that came to an end very, very quick. I realized that I would go out of my way for people that would never do that for me, and that was really hard. I mean, that was really hard because I feel like I had these people around me for so long, and can you just imagine like not being able to like have the same things in common with people that you've always like had things in common with? So that was my life. I feel like last year around this time I had just like cut off a lot of toxic people, and with that comes sunshine, of course. So I met literally my boyfriend right now, and he is freaking awesome. It's crazy. Like, I feel like I prayed for him, and this is why I feel like you need to speak things into existence, because they will come true. If you pray for them, they like, you're like, God is listening to your prayers every day. So speaking of him, he just texted me. But yeah, like I literally prayed for him, and I waited patiently. I didn't rush anything. It was just literally like, it was what I asked for. So therefore, you wait patiently, it shall come. And I'm just so thankful for him because he is literally the best. Just things I've been through in the past has really made me really appreciate and really not make the same mistakes I made before in previous relationships. And so I've been in, I guess, 3 serious relationships. So you take lessons, and this is why I say people are seasons. Like, everybody's meant to be in your life permanently. And I feel like now that I met him, I can take all those lessons that I've learned from just any relationship, not just relationships, like boyfriend and girlfriend, from friendships as well. Like, I feel like I was way more prepared to be a great person to him. So I had really been a just like a, he's just great. Like, I'm just so thankful for him. It's literally all I can say. Of course, with that comes, you know, things that aren't always going to be perfect. I mean, it's still a relationship at the end of the day. I don't know if a lot of people know, but we are in a long distance relationship, and we've always been in one. I mean, just because you see, people only show you what they want to show you. I've realized that. So just because I don't show that we're in a long distance relationship, we are. We've always been. We've never been in the same place permanently. But we have spent a lot of time together over the last, like, maybe like 6 months. We got to spend a lot of time together because he spent the holidays with me. So you learn people's ins and outs for sure. I mean, I feel like I'm going back over my brows because I don't like them. A relationship is definitely, if you're planning on being serious with this person, it is going to be a challenge. It's not going to be easy. And I really, you have to accept people's flaws. Can't talk. My past relationships lacked. That's why I'm so thankful for him. And I feel like he is thankful for me too as well, because before, certain things that we've been through, I would never in a million years, I would have been like, okay, well, we clearly are not meant to be, and I'm just going to let you go ahead and move on with your life, and I'm going to move on with mine, or vice versa. Like, it would be the opposite way. I feel like I'm the type of person, I fight for a lot of relationships I have, just because I think a lot of people are scared about, you know, building new relationships with people and letting people in and things like that. So I hold on to people I try to fix it. You know, I'm not just gonna walk out on you and things like that. But yeah, my last relationships, I feel like lacked that. Like, it was either I just, you know, gave up, or he gave up. Like, no one wanted to put in any work, and that's not how a relationship works. I mean, it takes two. You know, if you really want to be together, then I feel like you definitely have to put in the work for it. You know, you fight for the person you love, and clearly that wasn't love. So off relationships, I feel like I've talked enough about that, but me and my boyfriend are gonna do off relationships. Me and my boyfriend are gonna do a long distance, how we cope with long distance video whenever I see him next. So thumbs up this video if you want to see that. I feel like a lot of people aren't long distance, you know. A lot of people are like, so like, no, I can't do that. And we knew since day one that it was going to be that way. So I'm going to go into more detail, of course, when we do the video, because I could go on and on about how I feel about it and what my personal opinion about it is. But I'm not, because I want to do a video about it. So, like I said, let me know in the comments, thumbs up this video if you want to see that. I'm gonna give you the tea, girl. Gonna give you the tea about it, trust me. So want to get to some positivity. Like, other than me like feeling, would I say the word is like lonely, or like I had to cut people out and now I'm just like, dang, I wish I had friends, or like, you know, just friends you could just hit up and be like, hey girl, I want to go to the club tonight, whatever. I realized that like that's just not my lifestyle anymore, and I chose that. It's not like I didn't choose that. It was real good reasons why I had to cut that out. But yeah, I feel like, oh my God, like I'm just literally gonna take off from here. I just feel it. And this is why I say speak things into existence, because no one can take that away from you, ever. They can try, but they can't take that away from you. Your mindset is so powerful. And you have to believe in yourself and really say, I can do this. You can do anything you set your mind to. And I'm not just saying that just because. I'm literally saying that because I've been a literal witness of it. You know, like I've come from the bottom, I feel like, in a lot of ways. And I'm just growing every day. I'm learning every day. And things are just like slowly but surely going up from here. I'm just so excited for just like everything to come. I feel like I don't have to justify everything, which is what I said on Facebook. I don't have to show my every move. And you don't need validation from other people either. You know, if you want something done, you want something, do it. Just do it. I've had to learn that the hard way. I feel like I have to share my every move, and I have to get validation from other people, and I don't. That has hindered me in a lot of ways. I feel like you share your accomplishments. You know, I mean, not everything has to be kept a secret, but you share your compliments when you're ready to share them. Like, once you have accomplished it, and you don't want anybody to be like, hey girl, I think you shouldn't do that because, you know, this and this could happen, or maybe you're just not ready. Do it. And then show them that you did it. Because people don't clap for you when you're going through the process. You know, everybody wants to see the end result, but nobody wants to really like know the ends and the real deeds. You know what I'm saying? How you failed like 3 or 4 times before you even got to where you're at. Like, people don't want to know that. They want to see the goods. So, anything you want to do, just do it. Keep it in your mind that you're going to be great at everything you do. You know that it's also going to be difficult in some areas, but it doesn't mean you can't do it. Not that I ever really have an issue with anybody telling me I can't do anything, but I noticed that people are like that. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody. Oh my God, this concealer is so thick, but it's so bomb. It's the Tarte Shape Tape. I have to, like, it's not like I'm trying to do a cut crease or anything, but I just love, like, when I put concealer on, how my, like, glittery eyeshadow, because I wear glitter eyeshadow, like, every day, how it shows up. Like, that's so pretty to me. So, I just carve out my mobile lid first before I put on any eyeshadow. But I'm so hungry for success. Like, it's just no other way to put it. I feel like I haven't done it all. That's not the word. That's not the way you say it. But I've done enough to know that, you know, what society thinks is the norm. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I've realized that. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to work clock on anybody's clock. And then them tell me when I work next, you know, them dictate my money, hold my paycheck. I don't want to do that. I'm not doubting anybody that does, because it is security. But I don't want to do that. I feel like I have way more to offer. And in this world today, you can literally accomplish anything you put your mind to. You know, luckily we live somewhere where we can be entrepreneurs and we can do anything we set our minds to. It's just literally, are you going to put the work in? And I had to stop and think about that. Am I going to sit around again and wait for my platform to build itself? No, because it's not going to build itself. I mean, am I going to just get out here and look crazy for a while? Because I feel like right now it's just now starting up. But I see the outcome at the end of the road. And not everybody's going to, but I do. I see the end road. I know what it's going to be like for me. So I just sit back, do what I'm doing, and watch it grow. But what I should say is that I am still doing what's necessary. I'm not going to cut out working a 9 to 5 just because, oh, I'm trying to build my brand. No, I'm still going to make my money regardless, because that's just how it is. You have to work towards what you're doing. So I'm not trying to come off and say, oh, I'm not going to work a 9 to 5. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. Yeah, I feel like I am trying to build my brand, and I have a lot of things like in my mind of what I want to do. Like I don't like speaking on everything until I've learned that. I feel like some things you just keep to yourself. But there's things I'm working on. I'm trying to work towards a lot of things. I guess I could talk a little bit about them, just because I want you guys to hold me accountable too. Like, I feel like I am capable of everything that I say. So it's not like I'm just like, oh, I'm just saying it because I feel like I really can do it. Now, it will take time. Everything is not going to come overnight, but I'm working towards these things. Like, I feel like this is only one thing that I'm doing that I'm trying to work towards. But I feel like you have to put your all in. I want to put my all into everything. I don't want it to just be half-assed. So I'm going to, of course, build my platform on YouTube first. Just because I feel like I have been desiring this for so long, and I've never done it. Like, I've just sat back. Let me say I have done it before. I mean, I just will post and delete and things like that. But I know for sure this is what I want to do. I want to build a platform for myself. So here I am. And it's hard work, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's so hard, and that's why everybody can't do it. That's why everybody hasn't done it. And stick to it, because it's a lot of work. I mean, you have to be consistent, one. And that's just the bare minimum. It's not even that. It's just more to it, this whole thing is just something I'm just not used to, but I'm willing to put the work in because I want it that bad. But also, I want to start a business. It's still going to be a bit this is a business too, but you need how many streams of income to be successful? So, but yeah, I want to start a business. I thought it a business plan and things but I'm just this is the problem with me. I feel like I can be good at anything I set my mind to if I want to do it, and I don't know if a lot of people feel that way, but that's literally the hardest part I've always had since I was a little girl. You throw me in something, I feel like I can master it. All you got to do is either I could teach myself or you need somebody to teach you. And I feel like I'll be good at it. Everybody can't say they'll be good at everything. And I don't think I'm good at everything. But I feel like I could do the best I can. Or I feel like I'm good at a lot of things is what I'm trying to say. Makeup, yes, has always been I love it. It's always been something that I love to do. But I also like editing. I like photography. I like business. I like the business side of makeup. I like advertising and marketing. Like, I feel like I'm good at finances. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just, the list goes on. So when people ask me, oh, what do you do outside of my job? Because I do have a job. I tell them, my only desire is to be well-rounded. I don't want to limit myself to just one thing or two things. When I want people to look at my resume, I want there to be a list of things I've accomplished with me as a brand. I did do a couple of years in school, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. There are things that I wish I had done that I didn't, but I'm still young, I'm learning, and I'm learning exactly what I want to do. So when people now try to tell me, oh, you should go back to school, or you should do this, or you should do that, no, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and you do whatever you've done or whatever you want to do. Like, I take advice always, you know, I'm never the one to not, you don't know everything. So, therefore, you have to take what people, like, positive criticism, is that what it's called? But, no, like, I know exactly who I am now. Like, I know I'm learning to know exactly what I want to do. So, in that aspect, I don't need help. I do believe that I'm going to be the type of person that's going to be, like, so successful as long as I continue to do what I'm doing. So, that's what I'm doing. And I just cannot wait until this expands and this grows so you guys can see how serious I am. Because it's hard work. It's hard work. But like I said, I'm willing to put all the work in to get where I want to be. So, but yes, like I said, I want to start a business. So, and it's not, none of this stuff is going to be half-assed. So I can't give you guys exact dates, how long it's going to take. Because I'm just that type of person. It took me, like, I created my channel, so it's 2017, like 4 years ago. And I did upload videos in 2015 and 2016, but I'm just now starting to get serious about my YouTube channel just because I'm so hard on myself. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's my sign, but I'm an Aries, and I feel like I have to do the best at everything. And I realized, like, just because I don't think something's the best doesn't mean somebody else doesn't. So, and I'm gonna grow. It's not all gonna happen overnight. I had to really, like, stop and think about that. Like, it's not all gonna happen overnight. So, but yeah, with that being said, a business is going to come. I also want to write a book about my life story, my journey, which a lot of people never in a million years would even guess or know when they first meet me. It's so crazy because when people, like, okay, my mom's calling. Unfortunately, the video cut off when my mom called me, but this is the finished look. This is, like, lately has been, like, my everyday go-to lip. I do, like, a gloss, and my eyes are, like, a foil orangey look, which I kind of already did a video on. If you want to go check that video out, I'll leave it in the cards and down below. I know I was, like, rambling off, but it also is my first Get Ready Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, so I will improve. But like I said, I want you guys to hold me accountable to everything I talked about in this video as far as expanding and growing here on YouTube, also outside of YouTube too. So Yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button, of course. Like this video if you think I should do it. But that's all I have for you guys. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video.